Clutch Trucker filmed before a live studio audience. Yep, there he is, Rusty, the world-famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Yes, you saw Rusty in the opening. He will be in the end, and even there's some more Rusty footage at the end after that, okay? So for you Rusty fans, that's all coming up. And stay tuned, you will be able to see almost all the rest of the family, just minus my oldest daughter, my only daughter, Samantha, who was still in Laramie at the university today. But you get to see both of my sons and my wife as we got the whole thing hoisted up there. We got it up. So, and do thank everybody who commented. And a few of you commented and said, hey, I don't live too far away. If you run into snags, I got pulleys, I got winches, I got everything else, and we can come help you out. So I really appreciate that. But the Clutch Trucker family ingenuity got it done. There you are. All right, there's Ben.
Hello.
All right, we got it up. There it is. See, that's how much it's going to stick out the back of the, you can see the edge of the, where we cut out here. A little bit extra on this side, but I can cosmetically fill that in. We're almost exactly level.
Just a little bit is leaning towards this side.
Yep. So, but through the great Clutch Trucker family ingenuity, we got this up here and it's now over the wall, and then we'll be bolted in place. Now I'll get everybody from the outside. All right, there's my older son Justin.
Look at that.
Standing below the structure. We just, through the Clutch Trucker family ingenuity, got up there.
Marcus Mills Engineering.
Yes, for those of you who watch the X Blue channel, you know what Marcus Mills Engineering
Go
is all about.
subscribe. XBlue. EXBLUE. That's simple. Go subscribe. Fantastic content. We build something better than this.
All right, we've got a support back there down the catwalk holding it all in place. And of course, we've already seen Ben, and there's the lovely Mary.
I don't know what this
Hello.
is, but
That's a fifth wheel puller, Ben.
fifth wheel puller. Right here, folks.
All right.
Yay, we're done. Well, not done, but we got
No,
that.
we're not done. We got that up there.
Yeah.
And now they can all go back to their busy lives
We're not.
as I now finish securing this, and then we'll just start building on top from there. So, for those of you scoring at home, whence last we spoke in just yesterday's video, yeah, we tried to hoist that rear section of the platform that sticks out the back of the cab up there, but we ran into problems. We couldn't quite make it in there, so I needed to cut a little bit more. So today I cut just a little bit more out on each side, not too much, just enough so we could hoist that up there, get it over the lip, and drop it into place so that the whole structure would sit over that wall behind me, over that channel. And that was the whole goal. And then, of course, later, now, after everyone went to bed tonight, I came back out and tried to do just a little bit more. I had to get my other bracket off, and I'll show you that part of the video. And also trying to put the bolts in into the supports and the threaded sockets that were already there from the seatbelt thing. So let's go to that video. All right, there's another look at the bed structure that's pushing out the back. Again, there's the wall right there. And you can see it pushing out. That'll have a platform on it. I went and bought the plywood that's going to go on that today. Yes, there will be insulation down in between here and all that. So it will be insulated. The walls are going to be insulated. It's going to come up the back off of each corner. This board is actually going to go away from about that point. But right now it had to come up. It had to be put in for the structure. Got another board that's going to attach to the front. Ran into a little bit of issues with that earlier, so we had to kind of stop there. But was trying to get this bolted down tonight, put my holes in. There's my bolt back into where that those seatbelt holders were. So I'm utilizing those supports because, like I said, if they can hold a grown man from flipping out of the bed, they should be able to hold this thing up. So in the process of getting those in, I had to cut these bolts off of the bracket for this fairing, which needs to come down. That'll come down tomorrow. Couldn't get, I stripped 3 star bits trying to get those bolts out that would not come out. So I just used my multi-tool and went right in there inside and cut them. All right, so here you have a little bit further back view. You know, there's my rear wall, there's where my bunk used to be, and there's a lot of mess and tools that I've been dealing with. There's where the upper bunk is going to go, and you can see it goes out the back, and that'll be a box to cover it, and it will be covered in that diamond plate. It will be insulated. It will be waterproof for those who keep asking things like that. And then it comes inside. It's going to join up to some boards here and the bolts that already exist in the wall to give it more rigidity there. There's these little platforms on the back that held the upper bunk on the old system, and I'm going to use 4x4 posts on either side behind these boards to bolt down to that plate. And there's a little plate underneath right there that I'm going to utilize as well to bolt it to the wall. So it'll be bolted here, there in the back, and along the back wall. And I also have a 2x4 or a 2x6 on the other side of that wall that'll be bolted through this one as well. So this thing's going to be rigid. It's going to be completely supported. Also went over to Menards today, got my 4x8 sheets of plywood. I ended up getting 5/8 inch instead of 3/4 inch, just to take a little bit more of the weight off. That'll be the platform for my bed pushing out the back. All right, there's another shot a little further back. Now that it is up there, of course the board holding it in place right now will be gone, and it will just be hovering on its own once secured inside. Also picked up, when trying to get those brackets for the fairings off, I stripped 3 of these star bits. So that was a little annoying. So I had to buy some more of those. I had bought the other day. These are what held that seatbelt system up in the back. I got bolts that are a little bit longer to go through the wood that's up there behind it. And I did get one of those up tonight. I'm going to finish that off, and I'm going to finish shoring up the whole thing tomorrow. And then I can start really kind of building onto this whole thing. And that's where the build is going to start actually moving along pretty quickly. This is the last bit of the demolition and kind of part of the building. I do have to take the tray down, which used to hold my old bunk that I've been using to stand on during this whole process to make everything work. Now that I've kind of got the basic framework up, and I'm going to finish working on that tomorrow, then that tray comes out, and then we're going to start just framing out the whole inside structure, and I'll start framing out the whole rear structure up there behind the cab that pushes out. I think I'm going to do that first, so that box will be built first. And yes, everybody asking, it will be waterproof, it will be sealed, it will be insulated, it's going to be covered in that diamond plate. It's going to look really good, okay? So trust me. So stay tuned. Things are actually going to start picking up here, and because when you can start actually building things, they kind of speed up. The destruction or the demolition process is so much slower because you want to make sure you're not cutting into supports, you're not cutting out wires, you're not going to create yourself more problems later on, and that's why it's been creeping along so slow. Plus, like I keep saying, spending time with the family, which has been nice. The longest I've been home in over 7 years, baby. It's a beautiful thing. Somebody did post, I can't remember their name. I did mention their name in my re-comment. That, can you just text me when this is over? I'm really tired of watching your boring videos. You know what? You don't have to watch. Nobody's forcing you to watch these. And if you don't like my videos, don't freaking watch. It's not called the We're Trying to Please You channel. This is the Clutch Trucker channel. If you don't like it, not going to break my heart, okay? For those of you who like this kind of stuff, I hope you're enjoying following along in this whole project. If you've got a Coronado, a Columbia, or a Century, the sleeper area on those is all the same as it is here on the Coronado. I just have a longer hood and a push-forward axle. That's really all that makes this Coronado. If this is something that interests you, you might want to do this on your truck. So, you'll have a whole step-by-step process, baby. Well, that's about it for tonight. I've just got to shore up and, get everything, really bolted down and in place so I can take that one support, which you can see sticking up the back, right there. There it is. There's my finger. Yeah, right above my finger. Okay. So I hope at least some of you are enjoying this process, and thanks for tuning in. Yada, yada, yada. Rusty's coming up. Yeah, we also spent a bunch of time tonight moving things around here in the pole barn so we could put the truck over there in that bay so I'd have more room. This table saw has an extension that I need to put on because I'm going to be able to, I need to cut that board tomorrow, those boards. and I need the extension for that. So I'll have more room to work out here, which will be nice. So we spent some time moving things around today, so that's why we didn't get quite as far as we wanted to. All right, yep, thanks to the whole Clutch Trucker family. We owe them a huge bit of gratitude, and they deserve accolades for helping me hoist the first part of the main platform up there. So we're that far, and the building will just continue from this point on. Right, Rusty? There you go. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. I get to your comments usually within 24 hours now that I'm doing this project. Clutch Trucker on Instagram and Twitter. Hello, Rusty. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. I'll call you. Your number's still 911? Alrighty then. We've got to have required Rusty the Meatball footage after all. Right, Rusty? If I don't put you in my videos, everybody screams bloody murder. So look up here, Rusty. There you go. Alright, go run around, do your thing.